Hello, I'm Dr. Ladan Rahbari, Assistant Professor at the Department of Sociology at the University of Amsterdam. In this video, I'll give you a short introduction to our study trajectory called Migration, Race and Ethnicity. Let's go again. Have you ever had one of those conversations about racism and discrimination against migrants and racialized people with a friend or a family member? Have you ever wondered why a piece of clothing, a fashion accessory, or something as simple as a symbol could be considered cultural appropriation? If so, you're not alone. And no, these are not trivial issues. These issues reflect our worldviews and are deeply embedded in our society's understanding of migration, race, and ethnicity. As sociologists, we problematize the notion of race that is based on essentialist and biological explanations. For us, as sociologist Michael Keith explains, race starts with moments of othering and stigmatization that have to do with global histories of colonization, slavery, and knowledge production, as well as local practices of racialization. This notion of race has a lot to do with power relations. So in order to understand racialization, we need to understand power. Ethnicity, just like race, is not a thing or an asset of a particular group of people. As sociologist Sinisha Malishevich defines it, ethnicity is a social relation in which social actors perceive themselves and are perceived by others as culturally distinct collectivities. So as you hear me speak, you might think race and ethnicity are quite complex. And I tend to agree with you, but that does not mean that we cannot study and understand them. In fact, sociologists, among other scholars, have developed many theories, conceptual frameworks, and methodologies to better understand race and ethnicity. When it comes to migration, it seems that it can be more objectively defined. From living outside of one's birthplace to differential mobility patterns and reasons, migration has been given many definitions. But the question of what migration is does not always lead to a simple answer. Migration's definition and the analysis of its genesis, perpetuation, and societal consequences rely on who speaks about it, who is silent, and who is silenced. Migrants are also racialized, and the perceived risk of migration as a threat to national identity often bears racial connotations. Migrants' mobility is problematized within the elaborate systems that our societies have developed to control borders and bodies. While these systems are not new things in history, through biometrification, securitization methods, and externalization of borders with the help of new technologies, migration control has entered a new era. So as you see, migration, race, and ethnicity are closely intertwined. In fact, analyzing many current social issues, from the rise of white nationalist movements, the Black Lives Matter movement, Frontex migrant pushbacks, and Brexit, require frameworks that include migration, race, and ethnicity altogether. Moreover, intersectionality helps us connect ethnicity, race, and migration background with other social factors, such as, but not limited to, gender, sexuality, religion, and class, and highlights the interrelations between social issues. As Audre Lorde, Black feminist thinker and activist, puts it, there is no thing as a single-issue struggle, because we do not live single-issue lives. So my colleagues and I thought perhaps we should investigate social issues such as racialization and migration, the feminization of migration, ethnic multiculturalism, migrant integration, family and labor migration, and other issues that evolve together within the same trajectory that we call migration, race, and ethnicity. We will offer our students the necessary tools, knowledge, space, and motivation to study migration, race, and ethnicity critically and intersectionally. I hope you are as passionate as I am about these topics. And if you are, then the Department of Sociology at the University of Amsterdam is the place to be.